on the bus, a seat that's supposed to accommodate like 3 people will literally have 5 people on there. There's a lot of thieves in this freaking country. Let's talk about Wi-Fi. The worst experience anybody can have in Zambia. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Linus, and if this is your first time seeing my face, welcome to my channel. I hope you stick around. Make sure you subscribe down below and turn on those post notification bells so you don't have to miss out on any of my videos. Happy Labor Day. Today is a Monday. I was supposed to have a night class and I didn't have one. I feel so good because I'm not really feeling okay health wise, so I'm very excited I didn't have to go to school. So hopefully you didn't have to go to school either. I'm very excited about today's video because I want to share about my personal experiences while I was in Zambia. So stick around and let's dive right into the video. If you've watched my previous video, you know that I went to Zambia this summer, and it's been about 3 years since I last went home. So every time I go to Zambia, I'm always puzzled by all the changes, and I always feel like a foreigner because I'm so behind on a lot of things. I mean, 3 years is not a joke. So in this video, I just want to share my experiences being in Zambia after 3 good years. And like I said, these are my personal experiences, so don't come fighting. I was really never surprised at some of the experiences that I had because obviously I grew up in Zambia. I know the culture, I know what people are capable of doing and what the social norms are, what they accept, what they do not accept. I didn't really expect things to change culture wise, but I was kind of puzzled by how outspoken some people are. Like literally people that you would just like meet in the street. They're so outspoken about the things that you do even though they don't even know your story. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple of my experiences. One of the things that I learned when I was in Zambia is that people are very outspoken about the things that you wear. The clothes that you wear, the shoes, the hair, the makeup, every little thing that you have on, somebody is gonna comment something. We have in Zambia what you call markets, and these are like really big markets, like supermarkets. I'm gonna put a little video of what it looks like. So you're literally walking with people like this close, okay? You're bumping into people. Sometimes you might knock people's stuff, and that is a problem because if you knock their stuff, even if it's this close to you, they will have you pay, and they get really mad. You're always around people, and so those people are always looking at who is looking different, how is this person dressed, and they're always ready to pass a comment. I remember one time I wore this green dress and it was my birthday and I actually looked really good and really cute, and I went to visit my aunts in the supermarket, Sokone. They call it Sokone market, and I visited my aunts there and I was actually wearing that dress. I got on the bus and the bus was okay. I just got off the bus and I had these street kids, street vendors, women, men shouting at me, talking about my thighs, talking about my slits, talking about whether I have some cycling inside my dress, talking about that. I was just so uncomfortable. I was like, is this how these people act? And honestly, some of them I give them a little middle finger. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I just was like, whoop, and then they like remain talking, and I just didn't care because it was just way too much. And I wasn't even like dressed inappropriately because I know how some people be dressed. I wasn't even dressed inappropriately, but to them apparently that was inappropriate. And so my aunt would tell me stuff like, you know, in the market you can't really come dressed like this because these people can say whatever unless if you're going out, yada yada yada. I'm just like, well, I came dressed like this to say hi to you guys, and if I wanted to go out then I would go out. But these people literally just be saying anything, and it makes you so uncomfortable. Like a lot of people in Zambia, if you're dressed inappropriately, would rather just like uncover you and like embarrass you even more than like get you aside and put something on you respectfully. And sometimes these are women that do that. Like, it's just not respectful at all. Like, there's no respect. Where's the respect in that? Like, no respect at all. The other experience I had was concerning my nose ring. Okay, so here's my nose ring. One of the most vivid experiences that I remember was I went to Mufulira to visit my aunt, and on my way back, you know, in Zambia you can either get on public transportation, so like a bus, or you can get on a personal transportation. Obviously I don't have a car, I have to move somehow. So there was this guy that had his own personal transportation. He was going to Ndola, I was coming from Mufulira, and he was just very rude. Like, I was like wanting to get in the car, and he's just like, well, the police can arrest me here, you need to get in the car. And I'm like, that's what I'm doing. Can you hold on? If you're driving illegally, then you shouldn't really be taking people. And if you're gonna be rude, I'm gonna be rude too. So this guy was so rude, and the moment I got in the car, I kid you not, this guy was like, so mommy, you have that nose ring, do your parents allow you to have that nose ring? And I'm like, I'm old enough to have a nose ring, and my parents are not the ones that are paying for my nose ring. As long as I pay for it, or as long as I'm at the age where I can do my own things, I don't think I need to ask my parents for permission. Obviously I did, my aunts are not really, they're not really comfortable with the nose ring because of the culture and all that stuff, but ultimately it's my decision, so I got it. And so this ride was like probably like 45 to an hour long of a drive. This guy talked probably about 30 minutes talking about my nose ring. I shouldn't be doing that. It makes me look like a prostitute. I don't really know the meaning behind having a nose ring. Oh yeah. And I was like, well, where I stay, this is what having a nose ring looks like. And it's like, well, you just don't know, you're not really educated about it. And then as we kept driving, I would just answer him so rudely. This guy was supposed to drop me off alongside Dollar Road, and he didn't really know where that place was. So I called my aunt to get direction, and she started talking to him. This guy starts telling my aunt, I'm here with your daughter, and I've been talking to her about the nose ring, and she's just answering so rudely, and she was like, well, I'm done with school. Because the guy literally started talking about how he was speaking Nyanja. He was basically saying that you find that some of these ladies, they're into this kind of lifestyle whilst they are not even educated, they don't even focus in school. And then obviously I understand Nyanja, I just don't speak it. I'm like, I'm done with my high school and I'm in my senior year of college, thank you very much. And he was like shook. And then after that, because he heard my accent, he was asking me where I'm from, where am I, and I started telling him, and the guy got so invested. And I'm like, before you judge me because of my nose ring, you gotta know who you're dealing with. Not everybody that has a nose ring is doing prostitution. So that's something you gotta look out for. That was my experience. It was terrible. I didn't like it, but I had that. Another experience is accents, okay? In Zambia, I realized that having an accent is equivalent to having money, okay? And if they know that your accent is American, they will squeeze everything out of you. And I did have a lot of people like literally just steal like 10 kwacha from the original money that I was supposed to pay them. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's on you. Next time I just won't come and buy stuff from you. So who's losing? And I would just have people do like that. Like if I'm going to print stuff from somewhere, somebody would just charge me with overpriced stuff. So my aunts would always be like, itsungu kodea wesheko, otherwise weleza nafita tu. Like if I was supposed to buy like maybe about 6 things, they'll be like, you spend about 100 kwacha when you're supposed to spend 40. I'm just like, woo. And if you know me, not really the best at explaining things in Bemba. I don't know why, it's just hard for me to like explain myself and articulate myself really well. So I always have to use English, and I end up using English, and then they catch me, then they overprice me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, y'all are crazy. But yeah, so accent is equivalent to having money. So if you have a different accent, keep it on the low, okay? Don't be speaking that accent all the time, because those people be thinking you got money. Let's talk about Wi-Fi, okay? Wi-Fi literally is the worst experience anybody can have in Zambia, and I don't even want to sugarcoat it. The worst experience you can ever have. Once you land in my motherland Zambia, you should just know that your life has been transformed, okay? If you're the kind of person that loves social media, the world is around to turn 360 degrees for you, because you're gonna be spending money on your Wi-Fi. You're gonna be spending a lot of money, and this is the worst thing that I absolutely dislike about the way they program the Wi-Fi system. So you basically have to buy this bundle. So in Zambia, they sell you like the amount of Wi-Fi you're supposed to buy, okay? They sell you that amount. Basically, when they sell you that amount, if they tell you, yellow, you have this much in your account, you have it up until Friday, and you bought it on Monday, and you use it the next day or that same night, they'll just send you a message saying, oh, you've used 90% of your data. What the crap is that? What is with the Wi-Fi? Like, it's either you tell me that my Wi-Fi is not going to last me up until Friday, or you just don't say anything. Because if it's supposed to last me up until Friday and it lasted me on a Wednesday, I would understand. Or a Thursday, I would understand. I'm like, okay, maybe I've been using it a lot. But if it's the same day I got it, and then the same day it tells me I've used 90% of my bundles, what the crap? Because I remember one time I bought bundles for like 50 kwacha, and I didn't even use any of it. Like, I probably just like went and scrolled on Facebook. Then I came back, I turned off my everything, I went to bed. In the morning, they sent me, oh, you've used 90% of your bundle. What the crap is that? 90% of my bundles doing what? If you go to Zambia, just know that's kind of the lifestyle. So you gotta figure out how to deal with that. The country needs to develop in that area because it's absolutely annoying. People literally be spending their money on Wi-Fi when they shouldn't be doing that. Okay? Just saying. The other thing is, iPhone is equivalent to prostitution. I was with my brother in Solwezi, and my brother has a little daughter, and we took her out for her birthday at the Hungry Lion, and I was looking like I was the wife, okay? So a lot of people just assumed my brother was my sugar daddy, and someone that got me my phone and everything, and I was just there eating his money. Like, literally, people would be looking at my phone, they look at me, they look at my phone, they look at my brother, they look at the kid, and like, that's the mother. I'm like, he's my brother. It's like way older than me, so y'all better behave yourselves. So having an iPhone in Zambia to some people is equivalent to being a prostitute. So there's a lot of prostitution that happen, and I guess some girls do prostitution in order for them to like get like really expensive things, and so some Zambians just have that assumption. So just make sure you're aware. Another thing that really puts me on edge was thievery. Okay, there's a lot of thieves in this freaking country. So many thieves. If they can steal the president's TV, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? So in Zambia, I brought all my electronics, and I was literally scared for my life. Every time I leave one of my stuff back home, I'm just like, these thieves, and they literally be jumping on top of your fence. They don't care if you have a waffles on, they just be stealing. So if you're working in the market and it's very crowded and you have your phone in your pocket, you need to bring that stuff out and hide it somewhere. I used to put my phone here. That's why I used to put my phone, because if I just carried it at the back of my pocket, I was not gonna have that thing. They were gonna steal everything. Be very aware of thieves. They would literally steal your bags. If they know you have a computer in your bag, you're on the bus, somebody can steal your bag and they can literally get off the bus and take your stuff and leave, because they know it's more valuable than them going to wherever they were going. So just be careful of thieves. That's something I had to learn, okay? Another thing is, drivers do not care about pedestrians, okay? In Zambia, they don't care about people that cross the road. As long as they're driving, they have the right of the way. So if you're that kind of person who's from the States, you go to Zambia and you think everybody's gonna stop for you, you're about to lose your life. So make sure you're paying attention as you cross. There's literally buses that are like this. This one is coming, this side they're coming, it's like this. And then you're in between cars. And sometimes you're literally this close to the car. So make sure you're paying attention to the moving traffic, because you could literally lose your life. Another thing is, congestion is very terrible in my mother country, okay? There's literally people everywhere. On the bus, there's people. Congestion is just not on the streets. It's also on the bus, okay? In the streets, people be selling things everywhere. And on the bus, a seat that's supposed to accommodate like 3 people will literally have 5 people on there. 5 freaking people on a bus. Like, there's 1, 2, 3 seats. You would think there's only gonna be 3 people there. No, there's gonna be 5 people. And the sad thing is, they don't care if you have this much space. You still have to pay them the right amount of money, but they're giving you this much space. It's crazy. So if you ain't got no money, if you ain't got no transportation, and you gotta go on the bus, just know congestion is there. As you walk, there's people moving, doing their own stuff. So you just be aware of your surrounding. That's my advice. The other thing is, roads and transportations. The roads are so freaking bad. If I say terrible, the roads are so bad. In my country, if you move very smoothly, you're lucky. When I was going to Solwezi, the road that goes to Solwezi is very smooth, because they just redid it. But when you're like in Kitwe, in town, going to wherever, the roads are terrible. Like, you're always like, dun 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 dun. Like, it's so freaking bad. And then transportation, guys. You know, in my country we have public transportations, like I said. So if you get on a bus and it's not a little Noah is better than being on a big bus, because when you're on those big buses, hey, Mulea, my sister, Mulea, hey, my sister, tien. You go 1 foot forward, 2 feet backward, 1 forward, 2 backwards. You will never get to where you're going. If you're late for a meeting, Noah it is, because obviously taxis are expensive. So get a Noah, because those friggin' people would not let you get where you're going. You would literally spend time calling, making sure the bus is full. You just move a little bit, they stop. What the heck? So be aware. And then conductors sometimes can be rude. So on the bus, you have the main driver and the conductor. The conductor is the person that gets the money and then, you know, counts to make sure people have paid everything, so that you're not just carrying people for no reason. The conductor literally be rude sometimes. If, let's say, you're supposed to pay them 10 kwacha and 15 gwe, and you don't have that 15 gwe, you're gonna be in trouble. They will cuss you out, they will call you names, they will make you feel stupid. And if you're well dressed, oh my gosh, you are even in more trouble than you think you are, because they will look at what you've dressed and then they'll be attacking whatever you're wearing. They literally are so rude. But when it's them that haven't given you your change, it's okay. But if you're the one that's not giving them money, they might even throw you off the bus. It's that bad. That's my mother Zambia, okay? I am not trying to sugarcoat anything. Next thing is, you can easily have a sugar daddy in Zambia, and I kid you not. Okay, you might have a broke sugar daddy, but you're gonna have a sugar daddy. As long as you're pretty, as long as you look nice, as long as you have an accent, as long as your English is really good, you can have a sugar daddy. I cannot tell you how many times I had older men who literally asked me if I was married or if I had a boyfriend and if I can be their side chick. I cannot even. Like, so many people, so many freaking people. And those people, some of them were old people. Some of them are like in their 40s, in their 30s. Some are even married, and some even give me their numbers. Like, what am I supposed to do with your number? Do you not have a wife? What are we going? What is you and I gonna do? What? So having a sugar daddy is very, very easy in Zambia, because they just be like, so where you from? I'm from the States. So what you been doing there? And then they just literally fall in love. And if you're somebody who's into guys, you might just like lose it. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyways, guys, that was my experience this summer. Okay, like I said, not everybody acts like that. But some people, the uneducated, the uninformed, be acting like that. So be careful when you travel to Zambia, okay? I will see you guys in my next video. Adios. Bye. I just need time.